A GB News star has ripped into Labour Party members who have refused to be interviewed on the controversial news channel. Presenter Patrick Christys went on a scathing rant as he accused them of thinking that the public are not worth their time. He began his tirade by referencing the government's latest migrant move. Sir Keir Starmer had agreed a deal with France for a new one-in, one-out policy, which will see some of those who arrive in the UK illegally returned, and it is expected to be in place by the end of the week. He then pointed out that Home Secretary Yvette Cooper had been doing the media rounds to promote the new scheme, including appearances on Sky News, LBC, BBC Breakfast and Good Morning Britain, but she had completely snubbed GB News. He added that she even did interviews with some purely online digital outlets, as he went on to note that she had chatted to Daily Mail's Politics UK, before adding, but she completely ignored GB News. In a scathing rant, the GB News host continued, the Home Secretary refused to speak to the country's #1 news channel about the #1 issue facing the issue. Now, I can't imagine why. It's not like she hasn't been making a fool of herself on other outlets. Patrick then showed the politician swiftly avoiding questions about what kind of numbers of people would be returned to France. She couldn't even say when this returns agreement will actually start taking place, he fumed. The host then pointed out that Labour had chosen not to put Dame Angela Eagle, the Secretary of State for Border Security and Asylum, up to speak to them either. He criticised their choices, saying, instead, they let her be interviewed by the Home Secretary's husband, referring to her appearing on Good Morning Britain to be interviewed by Ed Balls, who is married to Yvette Cooper. Patrick shared that it isn't the only time that GB News had been snubbed, continuing, Labour aren't including GB News in the morning round tomorrow either. He then listed off the politicians that had refused to talk to the country's #1 news channel while reeling off names including David Lammy, Angela Rayner, Ed Miliband, and Jess Phillips. But it's not really about GB News, the presenter added. It's actually about you. It's about our viewers and our listeners. In the past month, we have had times where we have had more listeners and viewers than Sky News and BBC combined. What does it say about our government that they don't think you are worth their time? They aren't bothered about you.